All right, so my name is Souvik Roy, an intern at Sparks Foundation, November 2020 batch. So this is my first project from the task list given. So this is a brief thing about me, the task one, that is technical task one. And well, this is the task list, like LinkedIn profile, which is mandatory. It was listed as task zero. I have completed that. And over here, I have chosen the category of mobile and web development. And from non-tech, I'll be using some parts of digital marketing. Let's see. So my topic was basic banking system. So I first made what was asked to do, and then I added some improvements like this login page and all, no user creation, that all that things we didn't need it in this project. But then I again did some improvements and showed that. So I first show you the exact project that was supposed to be done. Okay, so it is on my project. I have named it MCB Bank. The name is very randomly chosen. Okay, I don't intend any copyright over here. So images are supposed to be copyright free because I had searched for copyright free images before downloading them. Okay, so if any copyright is again in happening, then I'm really not intending to do so. So front end has been developed using HTML5, CSS, and Bootstrap to make it a responsive web page. And the backend has been created using PHP and JavaScript. Database used is MySQL because we didn't need to store much amount of data. Okay, few users have created just to show the basic thing working. And the server facility I've used is XAMPP and localhost 127.0.0.1. So how to use my GitHub files where I have kept all the code. Okay, so all my code is present in GitHub, and the link will be provided in the description box as well. If you're watching it on LinkedIn right now, then it's present in the description part as well, and it's also present in my bio. If you go to the projects panel, you'll find this project listed as Sparks Foundation Web Development Project. Okay, so that's it. So just move on to the website that I've created. So my localhost XAMPP is already here running, and I've included Apache and MySQL. So in case you want to start with XAMPP, you have to start Apache and MySQL. And here's my website to log in. So see, so this is the basic outlay of my website where you can see all the welcome statements out here, account statements, funds transfer. There's an account summary over here. You can come to see the account summary. All right. The back button works very well. There's the transfer money part, contact us part where you can contact the bank. Okay, it's not really functional right now at this stage. Stay tuned. And here's a check notification part. Okay, so these are messages from there you can check. Okay, and now moving on to money transfer. Like this really works. So in order to show that this really works, first I'll like you to see here. It's this. I just move it up. Okay, you don't need my face, right? Yeah. So you can see the account balance over here, right? So I'm going to transfer some money. I'll transfer 50 rupees over here. So this 50 should go. All right. So I'm going to transfer. Let's say I want to transfer somewhere to this number. I previously transferred to here. So you can see my transfer history as well. And I'm going to paste this like this. Get account info. This account is present in the database. You can see that. So I'm transferring 50 rupees to it. So it says transfer is successful, and you can see that 50 is gone over here. So my balance got updated automatically. All right. And there's the account statements over here where I have deposited. Moving on to these are the accounts that are present over here. All the accounts that are involved in this. You can send notice from here. You can view more info about that specific person. So you can get the profile details over here. The address, the city. So these are just basic fields that I've filled up. Account number is in hash. Just to make it clear, though I don't think it really happens in original banks. So that was all the project asked for. All right. Moving on to the Okay, now moving on to the improvements that I made is that I made a login page. Okay, that was not really needed, but I made a login page. I'll just give you a view of this. It looks like this. So you can log in as a user, you can do it as a manager, as a cashier. So only user can only get access to these. These are the only things that user gets access to. You can check the notifications, go to contact us. So I can write a message to the manager like let's say where has my 50 rupees been transferred? Okay, so I'm just saying sent successfully. So I'm just going to log out of here. I'm going to log in as a manager. Okay, so all the details of the bank that was there, so I've included this in the manager pane. And over here, I've come here to this feedback button. When I go to feedback button, I can see that has my 50 rupees been transferred. This has been sent by Shore of Das. This is the name of a friend of mine. I just put it over here. I can see his contact number. I'm just going to delete this message if I don't need it. I can delete as many as I want. This can be deleted. Like this can also be deleted. This is getting stored like, and I can add a new account over here as a manager. Okay, I can add a new account over here as a manager. So just for showing, I will just type ABC, CNIC. I just type something random. Account number will be, so it will automatically assign an account number that is, I can make a savings account, I can make a current account, I will make a current account. I'll type a city, I say Mumbai. I'll give an address 70023. I can give an email aglo@gmail.com. These are just basic things that I'm adding. Like need to deposit. There's supposed to be 3,000 deposited. Contact number is 6824. This is my real number. Don't disturb me on this. Okay, so I have two branches made over here, so I can just shift him to Christopher Road or Pottery Road. I'm shifting to Pottery Road and save this account. Okay, so if I go to accounts over here, you can see the staff accounts. There are new staff accounts. I can come to home and I can see that ABC account has been created. So I can send a notice to ABC account. I can say, how are our services going? I can just send it and come back. I can send a message to Shore of Das, that is myself over here. My name is not Shore of Das, by the way. I can write a new message. Yes, money has been transferred successfully. So I'm going to send it. So sent. So I'm just going to log out of here. And I'm going to log in as the user. So that was shows, and this check notification panel comes up. So it already comes over here. Your money, yes, money has been transferred successfully. If I go to this as well, I can see money has been transferred successfully. That goes for my project. Now, as for the code is considered, over here, I have all the parts that I have created on my side button, my M index, my M notice. So the main part over here is the index. I'll just show the index part. I'm going to open it with, like, I've edited entire thing in VS Studio, but I just need to show the code, and VS Studio runs very slow in case. This is a PHP script I have. Okay, so where I made all the front end part as well, included them here. See, it says the PHP div over there, Krausen. Just find all this code over hovering. There's a C side button. So I've just classified each button into the front end and back end together with this CSS. So it's probably opening a VS Studio file. I'm just opening it in VS Studio. Code. This is my C side button. So you can see that I've used some bootstrap code over here to make sure that the website is responsive. Like it automatically, like what you mean by responsive is that to inspect, you can reduce the size, it will automatically shrink itself to fit to mobile view. So it's responsive, like it's 100% responsive. You can see that, like, that's what I had to create. So these are all the login and log out buttons. You can see how I've tickled through them. This is the notice, the show me the side button, and the fonts, the assets, the CSS file over here. These are all the CSS files where I have included bootstrap maps because that really saved my time because they were available. And there have been accounts where I have loaded through the database. So if I come over here to the admin, you can see the database that I've created to connect through it. Right. So whenever if it when it opens, I'll just show you the index part. So just hover through this code. It's not much. Since I've divided them into segments, it was easy to compose this entire website very easily because you know it got distributed in segments, and each segment was huge, but still much smaller compared to the entire project as a total. So that's how I did it. And then you have the feedback form on different ways. There's a readme, there's an M site button, there's an M index, and then you have statements transfer. Like I made a separate file for each of them so that it's easy for understanding purpose. And here we have that. Like its code is very simple because there was nothing much to be done. And this entire code is, as I said, available in my GitHub account. Okay, so make sure to check through that. Let me know in the comment section if you have any doubt regarding any of that code. All right. So moving on to the database that I was promising to show you. So here I have my admin. It's opened. So this is the localhost admin. So here I have my bank, and here I have all the details, all the database information out here, user accounts out here. It's linked to that PHP source over here. So that's why you can easily add and remove accounts from there as well. You can do so from here as well. This is more of the backend part that I hate to. So the hello that I created was not there previously. You can do delete it from here as well, but then again, this is supposed to be maintained later on. So I guess you like the video. Make sure to comment and let me know your valuable suggestions. Thank you.